Welcome, everybody. Dominic here, bringing you breakthrough sessions. It is a privilege and an honor to be able to do something that I'm truly passionate about. And I think in our lives, what we have to do is find the things that we love to do that encourage us to stay positive, that encourage us to use our energy, that encourage us to impact other people. So, breakthrough sessions is designed to be able to do that. I hope that you are listening. If you are live right now, thank you. I can't say thank you enough. If you replay this at some point in time, look for a way to implement this into your life. As I said before, and I'll always say, knowledge is power, and you have to allow certain information into your brains and into your day-to-day lives and decide if it can be useful to you, or how can you actually extract something from it to make you better, to help you grow. Hopefully we could do that each and every session. I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, and just share. The biggest thing that we can do to help each other out during these times. Let's jump right in, and I'll take this to a place today. Some may relate, some may not. So this is not going to be for everybody. I think when we start talking about the good man above, we tend to become distance because most of us don't have a relationship with God. Most of us don't believe that there is a higher being. So for those that may not be able to think this through, at the end of the day, listen and kind of see what you can take away from it. I'll take a verse, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. And that verse says simply this: there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Now, I really want you to think about that for a second. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. And it's really simple. I'll change it just a little bit so you can gain some perspective. God puts seasons and reasons in our lives all the time. And when you think about this, I think from a personal experience, I can relate. As a young kid growing up without a father, there was a that was a seasonal thing. I started out, I had an opportunity to have a whole family, and that was part of a season. But then my father decided that that responsibility he didn't want to take on for whatever reason. And that reason led my mom to be a single mom. That reason is something that may have led me to this point to where I am right here, right now, today. That reason gave me the drive that I needed to work harder. And that season actually it changed. Like it meant something. It came and it went. Like when my father left, he didn't come and leave, come and leave, come and leave, come and leave. He left. Like that season, it was just a season of my life, and I had to move on to the next season. Now, maybe I didn't react well as a kid, and I got in a lot of trouble, and my mom had to deal with that. But there was a reason that my father was no longer a part of my life. And I think from the perspective relating back to Ecclesiastes 3, chapter 3, verse 1, you could get that sense. God places seasons and reasons in all of our lives. And there is a time and a time for everything. like everything happens on a time. When we can even relate to just our personal lives, how many times have you thought back, or you run into someone that you used to know? Maybe it's a girlfriend, maybe it's a boyfriend, maybe it's just a friend that you connected with at once upon a time, but the seasons changed. Now when you run into that person right now today, you'll be like, I can't believe that I actually liked that person. What did we have in common? Where was I? Who was I? Because I don't see it. But that was a season. Like that person didn't continue to add value to your life. Like you kept putting all you were sowing the seeds to that relationship, and that person never, that crop never grew. The relationship never was worthy enough to help you become something better, something more. And that to me is where it relates. Like we can relate to this in any context. It doesn't matter if you read the Bible, it doesn't matter if you have a connection with God. It's just the understanding that how did that come to be? How is it that we grow far away from people? Like we grow apart from people. It's a seasonal thing, and there's a reason behind that. It's just part of life. It's a season, and those seasons help us become better. Those seasons help us see ourselves in a way that we never thought that we would see ourselves. Those seasons are the reason that we work on becoming the person we want to become. It's because when we allow ourselves to let go of the seasons, that it no longer holds us back. See, a season happens every year. There are 4 seasons every single year: winter, spring, summer, fall, and they never go away. But if you notice, each time we hit the season, it could be different. And there is a reason for that. There is a reason when you think about that. Right now, some people are struggling to get rain in certain places that they stay. But the seasons say right now is our best chance to get that rain. But there must be a reason. Like there's a reason behind why the rain isn't coming. If you're like myself and you stay in a place where it snows, we already should have had 6 to 10 inches of snow, possibly. But it's we're still in a season. Like I'm not panicked about that. I just know is that there's a reason why we haven't got slammed, and I'm going to count those reasons and understand that something bigger than me is at work here. And all I can do is stay positive and trust that we're going to get the right amount of precipitation. We're going to get everything that we need because the man up above is looking and watching over us, and there is no season that happens that he's not in control of. And whatever happens during those seasons, there is a reason for that. So in your life, how can you relate? It's really simple. As I said, you can think like this. If you have lost a job, it's there was a reason for that, and maybe it had nothing to do with you. Maybe it's the times that we're in and the things that we're facing. But just look at it like this: it's a season. Maybe you didn't like going to that job, maybe you didn't love it, and maybe that's a season and it's just done. Like you worked there for so many years, and now you have the opportunity to go do something different. You've grown out of that job. You've grown out of that relationship if it's come to an end. You've grown out of that friendship if you're no longer able to relate to somebody. Maybe they're not pouring what you need into your life. Maybe they're not adding value that you need in your life right here and right now. And I hope you can really relate and get this, because this can be just huge. This perspective and this way of thinking can create something for you. We tend to bottle ourselves up and we get angry because of the losses and because of the things that aren't going our way and because so many different things are happening to us all at once. But if you just stop and slow down for a second and you think about what you can control and you think about a positive spin to put on these things right now, right here. And I know it's easier to say than to do, but I'm telling you from my experience, this is how my life has been able to be where it is, and where I'm always looking for the opportunity to provide somebody with some insight that will enhance their capabilities, that will impact them in some way, that will empower them in some way, that will encourage them in some way to do something different today, because you deserve that no matter the circumstances. If you've lost a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that's just part of the season. And when you keep moving forward and you get the chance to go back there 5, 10 years from now, You'll understand, you'll understand it. And there would have been a reason behind why that had to happen to you. It wasn't a good fit. The job wasn't a good fit. The girlfriend wasn't a good fit. The people that you surround yourself with, that you choose to walk away from, they are not good fits. And that's okay, because sometimes it is okay for you to be alone and process things and learn to love yourself, believe in yourself, and push yourself to new or higher limits in order to have the opportunity to become whatever it is that you want to become. So don't let these times fool you. If you take anything away from this, it's simple. Just remember, when things happen to you, they happen for a reason, and there are seasons. Be thankful, look for things to be grateful for, stay blessed. Always look to put a positive spin on the negative things that affect you in life, because there's so much negativity going on right now in your life. If you don't put a positive spin on it, you will forever be falling and falling and falling. And there is a deep, dark hole down there, but the light is up at the top. And you have to figure out, how hard do you want to work to believe in God, to believe that there is something beyond the breaking point that you're at, or beyond the low point that you're at in your life, and it deserves a fight from you. You deserve it. You deserve to change that time right here, right now. This is Breakthrough Sessions. I hope, even though it's long, you can just listen and ask yourself, does something in this make sense? This is about your life. This is about you being better. This isn't about me. This is about getting a chance to touch someone, getting a chance to make an impact on someone. So subscribe. Let these words hit you, not in the face, but in the ear, and let them sink in and let them stay, and think on it, and build your knowledge, build your capabilities. What do you got to lose? You deserve every day. Stay strong, everybody. Stay humble. Stay loved. Stay true to you. Keep getting better. Have a good one.